Hey guys, what's up? This is MD Classics. Today I'm going to be doing a video on why I would recommend an HEI system over a points system and comparing the similarities and differences between the two. Points distributors were found on some very old cars, and they usually started switching over to more electronic ignition styled applications in the mid 70s. I would say it does depend on the vehicle and the company, but I would say they started to switch over around the mid 70s. Similarly to an electronic HEI distributor, your points distributor will also have a rotor and a cap, and obviously your gear to drive the cam and to drive the oil pump. This is called a points distributor because as I turn the rotor, the points will open up right there, causing a break in the circuit and collapsing a magnetic field around the ignition coil. On the points distributor, you're also going to have a condenser, which is responsible for limiting the voltage to those points and making sure that they don't burn out. The points distributor also has a vacuum advance, just like an HEI electronic distributor, which is basically responsible for increasing your gas mileage in the simplest terms. Points style distributor will also vary in the sense that one is a female style cap and one will be a male style cap. Another thing to consider when upgrading your car to an HEI system is you cannot run a standard 12-volt coil on an HEI system. A standard ignition coil will usually have about 1.4 ohms of resistance. This HEI coil, however, has under 1 ohm of resistance. This one I believe is 0.7 ohms. One thing to consider about these HEI distributors is they do vary from manufacturer, and often with the Chevrolet style HEI distributors you're actually going to have the coil inside of the cap. As far as pricing goes, this HEI system retails for around $100 for just a distributor and the wires. However, buying the coil brought that back up to $170. An old style points distributor will retail for around $100 to $150 depending on the application. One thing to note with the points distributor is, as you can see, the points will eventually burn up and stop working, which creates a whole issue of reliability for the vehicle and can leave you stranded in a pretty tight situation. That's why, if you're going to stay with points, I would always recommend keeping a spare set with you in case this does happen. They are engineered to last 10,000 to 20,000 miles if they are set properly, but if you do not gap them properly with a feeler gauge, you can't guarantee that amount of time out of the points. Point gap will vary from your vehicle, year, make, and model, but for my 71 Mercury, I was gapping these at around 17 thousandths, which is pretty standard from what I've seen on these points. One of the biggest conveniences of the HEI distributor is you actually do not have points on a distributor like this, which increases your reliability significantly. As you can see on the HEI style distributor, you do not have points under that cap. So what are the actual benefits besides reliability of the HEI? Well, what I've noticed, I have a lot more get up and go when I floor the car. It'll take off a lot faster, and I'm also noticing that my fuel economy has improved significantly. So if you were going to go with HEI style distributor, I think you'd get the same results out of that as long as you set the timing on the distributor correctly and your carburetor is tuned properly. But if you're also like me and you like to keep cars original, I would also recommend keeping the points in the vehicle because it'll be period correct and it would have been what the car would have come in from factory. If you don't care about keeping your stuff original, I'd say always go with the HEI. It's just better in almost every single way. So with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys learned something, and please like and subscribe for more content. Thank you.